are joined by this lovely woman sitting beside me, described as your favorite player's favorite NBA photographer. A little like...
She has a great eye.
Right? little twist on it. She's the master of capturing the moment. Please give it up for Miss Cassy Athena. Absolutely. This is one of our favorite things on the show, right? To kind of get behind the scenes, because there's a lot of people around the pro game that sometimes people sitting in the stands don't realize. People like you who kind of capture these amazing behind the scenes moments. Tell us a little bit about your career path. You're saying you grew up here in LA, right?
Yeah, born and raised in LA. I played college basketball a little bit, like local junior college, and for fun I used to take pictures of the guys' team and, you know, just do whatever. And then in 2011 there was the lockout out here, and a lot of the players were kind of finding a place to play. And someone told me about the Drew League, and when I went down there were 0 cameras other than, you know, a few like video cameras. And, you know, I took some cool pictures, and when I went down there, I mean, it was everyone from James Harden to Nick Young, JaVale McGee, and they were kind of like, hey, you know, do you want to be our photographer? And I said, yeah. So every weekend, all day Saturday, Sunday, I go shoot there. But during the weekdays, the players still needed more outlets. So, you know, you drive up to like the local colleges and it'd be a pickup run with DeMar DeRozan and James Harden. You go over here, it's Paul George and Brandon Jennings. So it was just like, and then there's flag football games and all kinds of events. So I did that. After I ended up taking pictures that summer, it was hard for me to find an actual job, like with a media outlet or something, because everybody resumed business.
Right.
And so I met The Game, the rapper. He played in the Drew League, and he was like, let me take you under my wing. Why don't you come into the music world?
There we go.
I ended up shooting like behind the scenes stuff, and so that's when I really learned how to get those like candid moments. Because, you know, when he's working, you can't really like stop and pose.
Well, that's what, so you had Steph Curry at All-Star Weekend. And by the way, for all the students who always write into us and say, oh, how do you do it? This is how you do it. You hustle your butt off, which is what Cassy did.
Absolutely.
And you end up hanging out with Steph Curry. Give us a little bit of that experience.
It was so cool. You know, I met Steph his first year as an All-Star. And then over the years, I kind of built a friendship with him. So this year, he wanted me...
he's taking pictures of you.
Right, switch up on media day.
Right.
So he wanted me to follow him around All-Star Weekend, so I did that. And it was just so cool. I mean, we got to go on The Ellen Show, we got to go on Family Feud, we got to go to media day, Under Armour parties, all kinds of stuff. So, and he's like one of the biggest players in the world, and he's the most humble guy. His family's great. So it was just really cool to think that I kind of just started this all on my own, and now I'm following Steph.
There you go.
When someone like that hires you, do they tell you what not to shoot?
Ooh.
Over the years, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like over the years, I just developed a reputation where they know I've seen everything, and I only release what's going to make them look good.
Right.
So they don't need to say it. I think it's just kind of understood. Yeah. But yeah.
And now, speaking of what looks good, while you got Kevin, I want you to ask your question, but let's show these black and white shots of NBA players, because you're doing these amazing portraits now. Go ahead.
How do you get the shot you don't want them to get, but you want?
Man, I mean, the portraits are a great example because a lot of them
Look at
don't...
these. These are so good, you guys.
Thank you. A lot of them, you know, this is after runs, after they're done, you know, sweating, working out, and I say just sit there for 2 seconds, and I really just have 5 seconds to get the picture and move on. And, you know, a lot of it is like they're willing to like let me have that little window of like do what you want to do, and then I just have to like get it perfect. There's no like let me do it again. So yeah, it's just a lot of practice.
Too, because you can see in their expressions on the faces that is an open expression. That's not being guarded or closed off. You did the pickup games this summer as well, which were a lot of fun. By the way, this summer pickup was probably the best summer of NBA pickup. And look, you got everyone.
Everybody was there. There's no cameras allowed, so it was really cool that I got to be in there. And you know, I feel like a big part of the reason why they trust me being in there is, you know, if someone gets dunked on or something, they know I'm not going to post it. So I tend to get like really cool moments just based off of the trust level that I have, and I get some cool action shots for them to share too.
Nice, Cassy. I'll be seeing your photos on Instagram.
Yeah.